All right, Coach, you talked last week. You wanted a complete game. You wanted to finish an opponent off. Are you happy with how Saturday played out?
Yeah, very pleased. Very pleased the way that we were able to finish the game, got the ball back on defense on our last series out there, and then the offense never put the defense back on the field. So that was good to see. We've been having to close games out on defense, and so it was good for the offense not to put the defense back out there, even though the backups were in. So very pleased with the outcome of the game.
We've seen great performances from Matt Barkley before, but have you ever seen him look as comfortable as he does in the first three games, and particularly Saturday?
Yeah, he's playing great, doing extremely well. You know, his third time he's throwing for 5 touchdowns in a game, and he's just really, everything's coming together for him. You know, and now those younger guys aren't making some of the same mistakes they were early on.
The run game started slow, and then really late in the game it came on, and you got the first real explosive run of the season, and this one was from Curtis McNeil. Is that something you're looking for going forward with the running game, and maybe McNeil's the guy that can provide that? Yeah,
our consistency in our running game right now, is not there, and so that's something that we did get better at from week 1 to week 2 to week 3, and now we've got to continue to improve because we're obviously going to have a huge test this Saturday.
Can you talk about the progress of your 2 freshman linebackers, Hayes Puller, Deion Bailey, led the team in tackles on Saturday and seem to be getting better week in and week out? Yeah,
really neat. They're playing extremely well over there, and really, as you look at that game, so many freshmen, doing big things. 3 of the 5 touchdowns were by freshmen. The 2 leading tacklers, as you mentioned, freshmen. So really good. And we got some other guys in there late too.
Defensively, you've been solid in all 3 games, still not forcing a ton of turnovers. That seems to be part of the blueprint to beat ASU. Is that something that you'd like to see, obviously, happen in a big way on Saturday?
Yeah, it would be really big for us. Whenever you go on the road to get some turnovers, create some momentum in a hostile environment, it really helps your chances to win. We have not, that's what we have done some really good things on defense. The thing that we have not done is force turnovers and get off the field on 3rd down. So we've got to improve this week on those.
Brock Osweiler was sacked 6 times last week. Is this an important week for the defensive line to really come through? They had 3 more sacks on Saturday, but I still talk to Coach Owen, and it seems like there are more opportunities even out there for that defensive line.
Yeah, we're really close. We're really close to so many of them. Both the last 2 quarterbacks have done a really good job of getting the ball away. We've been really close, and they've gotten the ball away, thrown it away. And, this is going to be a big test because we're going to have a lot of chances. They're going to throw the ball a lot, so it'd be great for a huge day out of our D-line.
The last 2 USC-ASU games, 14-9 2 years ago. Last year, 34-33. Have any sense of what kind of game this will be?
I don't, except for it's going to be very competitive, and they're going to come ready to play. They're a great team, and they're really great when they play at home. And so we're going to have to go in there with a lot of young guys and get ready to stay focused.
Vontaze Burfict, their middle linebacker, is an extremely talented player, also prone to personal fouls. How do you advise your team, talk to your team about playing him within the play and then also in between plays?
Yeah, we just have to do a great job of it. We had to do this last year too, of maintaining our composure regardless of what they're doing.
When you look at ASU, is this the toughest test that this team will face so far in the first 4 games?
Definitely. This is definitely the best team of the 4, and because they can hurt you in all areas. They're so explosive on offense, defense. Under Coach Erickson there, they've had they have a ton of touchdown returns while he's been there, and then on defense, they're very aggressive and very physical. A lot of NFL players.
They looked fantastic against Missouri, and then obviously last week Illinois found a way to shut them down. What did the Illini do so well that you can maybe use this week?
Non-stop pressure. They just came after him from everywhere and just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. They had a great game plan.
First road game for a lot of your young guys. Do you have a sense of how this team will travel?
I think we're going to have to get those guys to understand what we do when we go on the road, how we win on the road, keeping our composure. It's us against the world there, and so this is going to be a huge test for us.
Is this a week in a game where you rely a lot on your veterans like Matt Cleo, Khaled Holmes, Chris Gallipo to get the freshmen where they need to be and everybody working together, communicating?
Yeah, those guys have to come through. They've got to be. We can't walk out there on the field in the huddles, so they've got to help the composure of the team with the young guys.
Do you rely on them more in the game plan, or are there so many freshmen playing for this team that you just have to trust that the kids will come through on the road?
Well, that's part of our plan is playing our young guys, and so they're going to make mistakes, and we just got to not let them happen again. And then eventually, as you get later down the season, you're that much better for playing the guys.
The theme last week, you themed it. It's about us. Do you have a theme for this week's practice and what you want the guys to concentrate on?
Not yet. We haven't started practice yet. Still got time to think of it.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.